In this video, I will be going over all of my ideas for Apocalypse Rising 2, starting from new weapons and ending off with the boss battles. Alright, starting us off with the weapons is the AA-12. It is an automatic shotgun. It is a 2x5 in size. It takes 12 gauge, obviously. It has mat damage, mat range, but decent fire and velocity. It's the best shotgun you can obtain. You can get its normal 8-round mags and can find the more rare 20-round drum mags. You can only find it at naval air stations and military camps. Also, you have a chance to obtain it from military zombies that have it on their backs. 8-round mags are 2x1 in size, and the 20-round mags are 2x2 in size. Next up is the PPSH-41. The PPSH-41 is an automatic Soviet SMG. It is 2x4 in size. It takes 7.62 Soviet. It has the best fire rate, shooting 900 rounds per minute. It has good range and mat damage, but to balance this, it can only be found on Soviet zombies that have it on their backs. And in order to get the 71 round mags, you need to kill the Soviet officer down in the coastal bunkers, who has a chance of dropping it as well, and he will always be wearing it on his back. 35 round mags are 2x1 in size, and the 71 round mags are 2x2 in size. Next up is the TT-33. It is a semi-auto pistol. It is 1x2 in size. It takes 7.62 Soviet. Also, it has mess stats all around since it's a pistol. It can be found in Soviet crates and on Soviet soldiers who are carrying them. The mags are 1x1 in size. Next up is the LPK. The LPK is an automatic LMG. It is 2x6 in size. It takes 7.62 Soviet. Also, it has med damage, med range, and fire rate. It comes by default with the 30 round mags and the more rare 45 round mags. Soviet soldiers have a chance of dropping the gun as well as a couple of mags, either the 30 round mag or the 45 round mag if they have it on their backs. You can only get the 75 round mag by killing a Soviet radio operator, which we'll get to later in the video, who has a chance to have it on their back as long as it has the 75 round mag in it. The 30 round mags are 2x1 in size, the 45 round mags are 3x1 in size, and the 75 round mags are 3x3 in size. And lastly, we have the Luger. The Luger is a semi-auto pistol. It is 1x2 in size. It takes 9mm parabellum. It has met everything since it's a pistol also. It can spawn anywhere. The mags are 1x1 in size. Now onto the utilities. So the first one is called Athlete Shoes. It gives 20% increased movement speed for sprinting, walking, and crouching. Can be found anywhere. Combined with the padded soles, this can be really nice combo for people who want to be sneaky or who just don't want to engage with players. Next up is Tactical Gloves. My friend Noted helped with the name. His channel link is down in the description. The Tactical Gloves give you 20% faster reload speed for all guns. Can only be found at naval air stations and military camps. Also can be dropped by military zombies. The lore is since they are military personnel, they have military grade equipment, so they would have better gear in general. Next up is the Mechanics Toolkit. It has a 20% increase with any repair kit. Can only be attained at workshops. Next up is the GPS tracker. Every 15 seconds, it pings where your teammates are at. This can only be found at the power plant and also on top of the tower at regional airport and naval air station. It is found on a new zombie called the radio operator zombie and also the Soviet radio operator. They have a chance of dropping their clothes or the GPS itself. The GPS helps with locating your teammates who don't communicate and just in general. For lore, it could be that the people at the towers and at the power plant need to know where the men are at all times. I will also go in more detail for both the radio operator and the Soviet radio operator later. Next up is the boss utilities. Starting us off with is the Ice King's Wrath. I know it's called the Frost King, but Ice King just sounds better. And it gives you a 25 or 30% increase in damage with any sharp weapon, and being able to multi-hit with any sharp weapon. This will replace the sharpening stone if you have it equipped, and this will also drop with his sword when you kill him. This is really rare, and obviously it can only be attained by killing the Ice King. And the other one is the Wasp Queen's Revenge. We will also get into it later. And the utility gives a 30% faster swing speed with any melee weapon. This is also rare. It can only be obtained from the Wasp Queen. It will drop alongside her melee weapon called the Wasp Queen's Sword. And then next up is more utility slots. Since these are quite a lot of utilities and combined with the other utilities in the game, I think that we should be able to equip 7 to 8 different utilities now to give people the ability to make some pretty nice combos. Like, imagine athlete shoes and padded soles, and then combined with athletic gear. Like, that is the sneaky build. Then next up is the quality of life improvements. The first one is, if you grab a piece of clothing that you have already unlocked but haven't put it on, you can give it to someone and it will still say new instead of worn. Because personally, I think that it's stupid that if you have something already unlocked, and even if you put it in your inventory, it still says worn for people. And the other quality of life is, if you have a battle pack, you can make it hold any caliber as long as the battle pack isn't filled with another caliber. And in order to make it hold a different caliber, you have to unload the other caliber first, then put in the caliber you want, and it will switch. We will be going to buffs. So the first buff that I think would be good is the radio buff. It will now give a 50% chance to reveal the location of the military convoy, military blockade, NATO operator collision, military transfer plane, and helicopter crash sites. Obviously, this is OP, but since the radio can only be found in one place and is rare, might as well make it better. Next up is the water pure tablets buff. Being able to drink from any water source, fresh water and salt water. It makes sense since in real life you can technically drink from freshwater sources anyway. So make it so you can drink from any source of water. To counter this, make them rare and have them spawn only at military transport planes. The lore is that the plane was importing the tablets to military bases. And lastly is the seasoning plus mess kit combo buff. Make it so if you have the seasoning kit as well as the mess kit, you can get a little bit of hydration or energy from any food that decreases it. Maybe like plus 10 energy and plus 5 hydration. And next up, we will be going over the two new attachments. The first one is the extended barrel. It increases the range for any gun and also the velocity, but it gives more recoil and makes your gun louder. It is 1x2 in size. And the other one is the heavy barrel. It increases the damage for everything, but it gives a lot more recoil. It makes the gun loud by a lot, and it gives a big muzzle flash. It is 1x2 in size. And next up is the new zombies. Before we do that, my friend Noted helped with all of these. Thank you, Noted. I appreciate it. And then first up is the General. The clothes can be dropped from a General zombie that spawns in the tower in Naval Air Station. We have the General Bray. Might as well get a shirt and pants to go along with it. Next up is the American radio operator. The clothes he can drop are radio operator helmet, radio operator pants, radio operator shirt, and radio operator vest. Also, he carries a radio backpack that has 48 or 40 storage that can drop. It serves two functions. One as a storage system and two as a slightly worse radio utility. It functions as the radio right now, or maybe it has a 10% chance to reveal the locations of the military convoy, military blockade, NATO operator collision, military transfer plane, and the helicopter crash sites, as long as the radio itself gets buffed. It is categorized as a backpack/utility, so it can be put in both slots, though if you have the radio equipped, the radio backpack gets dropped. And next up is the Soviet radio operator. The clothes he can drop are Soviet radio operator helmet, Soviet radio operator pants, Soviet radio operator shirt, and Soviet radio operator vest. He can be found in places where the Soviet zombies can spawn. He too carries the radio backpack, but it's Soviet themed. It serves the same functions as the normal radio backpack does. Next up is the new food item, peanuts. It gives 30 energy and minus 10 hydration, though can be countered by the seasoning kit. It has a 4-second use time, can be found anywhere. And the next one is the new map. This one is a big one and one that actually made me want to do this video. And it's expanding the map and having the beehive from the drawing event, I believe, on the very bottom of the map, while the ice fortress from the Christmas event is on the very top of the map. The very top island is just snow, and the very bottom island is just sand. This is also where you can find the event items and clothes, so that way people don't need to wait a while just to get some clothes and skins, and also just having more stuff to do. The Ice King drops an icy looking 64 inventory slot duffel bag, and the Wasp Queen zombie, which can be the beehive boss, drops a beehive 64 slot duffel bag. Maybe make the beehive duffel bag look like an actual beehive duffel bag. And it has holes that ooze with honey coming out of it. You know, just make both of the bags look very cool while matching their environment. And you can only tame them for when they are wearing it on the back. And even then, it's still rare for them to drop it ultra rare if you want to call it that. Also, being able to obtain the ghillie suits from those unique areas. Example, tan/sand ghillie suits can only be obtained at the sand islands, and maybe have the crash down helicopters be colored with that area. Example, sand biome equals tan and yellow helicopter. And next is, for both of these battles, make it so whenever a player starts it, no one can come in or out of the boss battle. You know, just make it a boss battle. So first one is the revamped Ice King battle. I know it's Frost King, but Ice King just sounds better. So first you start the battle by going into his throne room. From there, the Ice King is seen sitting down on his throne with his sword Viper sign up. When you get close to him, he will stand up and grab his sword. Then, that's when the battle starts. Here are his abilities. Ability 1, Icicle Drop. The Ice King raises his hand in the air and drops it down, causing some icicles on the ceiling above to come down. They do 80 damage to the player. Ability 2, Sword Swipe. This is his most common ability. He will try to get close to you. From there, he will try to hit you with his sword. It does 40 damage per hit. Ability 3, Sword Smash. He will raise up his sword with both hands, then he will slash it down onto the ground, causing a shockwave line to go towards you. You must evade it by either going to the side or by jumping just before it hits you. It does 45 damage. When defeated, the Ice King drops his sword along with the boss utility as well as a chance of some of his clothes, and if he had a duffel bag on his back, it may also drop. His sword can make zombies and players turn into ice when you kill them. And the other one is the Wasp Queen battle. When defeated, the Wasp Queen drops a sword along with a boss utility, as well as a chance of some of clothes, and if she had the duffel bag on her back, it may also drop. Why is there no boss battle for it, you may ask? Well, DuPont Interactive can decide what they want to do with this new boss. And lastly are the Ice King clothes and the Wasp King clothes. So first up is the Ice King clothes. The Ice King can drop his Ice King crown, his Ice King mask, his Ice King chest plate, or his Ice King leggings. And the Wasp Queen can drop her Wasp Queen crown, Wasp Queen mask, Wasp Queen chest plate, or her Wasp Queen leggings. But yeah, that's all of my ideas. If you guys like this or enjoyed this, make sure to leave down in the comments below. I might make another video about even more ideas. And DuPont, if you're watching this, if you somehow come across this video, make sure to leave a comment below. I'll make sure to pin it and heart it. But yeah, that's about it. This has been Flame Dragon signing out. Peace!